Hi everyone, in this lesson we are going to learn about two things. One is significant figures, and after this we will learn about decimal places. So first one, significant figures. So I am going to explain what a significant figure is. So I have few numbers here. It can be a whole number or a decimal number, any number. So whenever you are given a number, you need to start from left and move along the digits to right. So let's consider the first number. It's a whole number, 3025. So when you start from left, you must look for the first natural numbers. I have explained clearly the natural number are 1, 2, 3, etc. And the whole numbers are natural numbers plus the 0. 0, 1, 2, 3, etc. So this is natural number and whole number. So when you start from left, look for the first natural number. Here our 3 is the first natural number, which is called the first significant figure. So this is the first significant figure. Here when you start from left, zeros are whole numbers. Your first natural number is 2. This is your first significant figure. Here 2 is the first significant figure, 3 is the first significant figure. So okay, back to this number again. So first natural number is the first significant figure. Then the rest of the digits, like 0 is a second significant figure, third significant figure, fourth significant figure. So this number has 4 significant figures. But did you notice something? Even though the 0 is a whole number, if it comes in between a number, it is considered a significant figure. But if the 0 comes at first, it won't be considered as a significant figure. If it comes in between, you see here, this is first significant figure and second, third, fourth significant figure. This 0 is also considered a significant figure because it comes in between the digits, in between the natural numbers. Here you have first significant figure is 3, second, third, fourth, 5 significant figure. This number has 5 significant figure, and the 0 is also considered a significant figure. So this is how we find the significant figure. Whenever it can be any number. Let's say I take another number 0.0705. So this is a decimal number. So our first significant figure is, when we start from left, we must look for the first natural number. So 0, 0, we omit 0, 0. So our first natural number is 7. That is the first significant figure. And the rest of the numbers are the subsequent significant figures, like second, third significant. So this number has 3 significant figures. Okay, now let me write down another number like 0.600. And how many significant figures this number has? It's a little bit of tricky question. You see here, I take 0.6 and 0.600. If it is a decimal number, you see it's a decimal number, 0.600, this is 0.6. No matter how many zeros you have at the end in a decimal number, it has no value at all. This is considered 0.6, no matter how many zeros you have. So this 0.600 is equal to 0.6. So this number has only one significant figure. But at the same time, let's say the number is 0.6002, which is not equal to 0.6. It is 0.6002. So the significant figures of this number is 1, 2, 3, 4. This number has 4 significant figures because the zeros are in between. Here this number has only one significant figure. Even 0.6, it has only one significant figure. So this is how we find the significant figures of a given number. It can be any number. Okay, I have few numbers here. We must write the given numbers to the certain significant figure. The significant figure are given in the brackets. So let's start from first number. We have already learned significant figures. So this number has 1, 2, 3, 4 significant figures. But they want you to write the number in 3 significant figures. So that is what we are going to learn now. So you cannot have 4 significant figures. You must write the number in 3 significant figures. SF means significant figure. So we start from left. We take only 3 significant figures. We take 8, first significant figure, and second and third. So our 3 significant figures are 8.17. We cannot just omit the rest of the digits. We need to look at the digit. If it is 5 or more than 5, we need to add 1 to the previous number. Since this number is 4, you can just omit the number. So if you can write this number in 3 significant figures, it will be 8.17. That's it. And let's go to the second one. Maybe before I go to the whole number, here, you must write this number in 3 significant figures. Before that, how many significant figures we have? 1, because when we start from left, the first natural number is 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 SFs are there. We need to take only 3, which means 1, 2, 3, 900. And the rest of the digits, we can omit the rest of the digits, the 1, 2. But when you omit the last digits, right? The last digit, if it is 5 or more than 5, you need to add 1 here. For example, if the same number is 900.52, if you want to write this in 3 significant figures, it is 900. When you omit these 2 numbers, this is 5, so you need to add 1 here. It will be 901, not 900. In this case, this number is lesser than 5, so you can omit the digits. So your answer is 900. Now, come back here, the whole number. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 significant figures. We must write these in 3 significant figures. Now, pay attention closely. 1, 2, 3. We take 3 numbers only. You cannot write 257 because it is 25,761. So if you want to write this number in 2 significant figures, unlike decimal numbers, you cannot just omit the digits. You can omit the rest of the digits, but you must put 0 for let's say here 257, you got 3 significant figures. The rest of the digits we put 0, 0. Rest of the digits we omit, but we replace it by 0, 0. But again, if the first number here, if it is 5 or more than 5, you need to add 1 here. So this will be your number, your given number in 3 significant figures. Hope you understand this. 3 significant figures are 257. So we are going to omit the rest of the digits. So since it is more than 5, if it is 5 or more than 5, we add 1 to the previous digit. So it becomes 258. And the rest of the digits we put 0, 0. So if you think that it's a bit difficult, for decimal numbers also, you can just put a 0. Anyway, it has no value. You see, when you omit 4, you can just put a 0 here. Here you can put 900.00. But it looks so weird that because the zeros has no value, that is the reason we don't write zeros here. So if you want to remember this, if you think that this is easier for you, you can put a 0. But when you write down the answer, just omit the zeros. The zeros are the last. But here, whole number, you cannot omit the zeros because the total value become entirely different. This 25,000 will become 258, which is wrong. So for whole number, you need to add a 0 here. You cannot omit the zeros. Come back here. You need to write this 3,555 in 3 significant figures. So 1, 2, 3, 355. You need to omit the last number. Since it is 5, if it is 5 or more than 5, we add 1 here. So 356. So in the place of the last digit 5, we add a 0. So your 3 significant figure of this number is 3560. You cannot put 3550, which is wrong. And sorry, okay, come back here. You need to write this number in 3 significant figures. So our first significant figure is 2, second one is 0, third significant figure is 0, then we omit the rest of the digits. But if it is 5 or more than 5, we add 1 here. Since it is just 4, which is lesser than 5, you can just omit the figures. So it is 20.0. Again, when you write your answer, it looks nice if you write just 20, not 20.0. It looks weird actually, because after decimal digits, just zeros only. You can just omit the 0. So this is your answer. But even if you write 20.0, it is not wrong. Okay, then come back here. You need to write this number in 2 significant figures. So 0 point, our first significant figure, and second significant figure is 1, and we are going to omit the rest of the digits. So since it is 5, we add 1 here, so it is 5.2. So if you want, you can add zeros for this 5 and 1, because it has no value anyway. But I would suggest you not to put 0 at the end. Whenever it comes to decimal numbers, you don't write zeros at the end. It looks so weird. And okay, here you need to write this number in 1 significant figure, 0.0. Our first significant figure is 8. So when we omit the rest of the number, since it's 5, we add 1 here, 0.09. Now come back here. Need to write this in 3 significant figures, 0.00. Our first significant figure, second and third. So the same number, the number itself is the number in 3 significant figures. So this is how we write the given numbers in certain significant figures. Only thing, you got to be very careful when you are dealing with the whole numbers. You cannot just omit the digits. Your whole value will be different. So you need to add 0. Don't ever miss out the zeros. Now in this significant figure, I am going to give you a little bit of tricky question. 0.952. Let's say some number. You need to write this number in 1 significant figure. You need to write this decimal number in 1 significant figure. But this number has 1, 2, 3 significant figures. We are going to write this number in 1 significant figure. Can you figure out how you can write this in 1 significant figure? Okay, you see here 0.9, because 9 is the first significant figure. You need to omit the rest of the numbers. Since it is 5, or if it is more than 5, you need to add 1 here. So when you add 1 here, your 0.9 becomes 10 or 1. So when you add 1 here, this becomes 1.0 or 1. Do you understand this? You see here, the first only one significant figure is 0.9, and you need to omit the rest of the numbers. Okay, we leave the rest of the digits. But since it is 5, you need to add 1 here. When you add 1 here, 0.9 becomes 1. 9 plus 1 is 10. So the 1 comes to this side. So it will become 1. So when you write this number in 1 significant figure, you will get 1. Or if let's say instead of 0, you have, let's say some other number here, 3.952. And you need to write this number in 1 significant figure. So, not 1 significant figure. Let's say you need to write this number in 2 significant figure. Our 2 significant figures are 3.9. 1, 2, 3, 4 significant figure the number has. And our 2 significant figures are 3.9. And we leave the rest of the digits. Since it is 5, you need to add 1 here. When you add 1 here, this 0.9 becomes 10. So we write 0 here. And the remainder 1, when you add here, this becomes 4.0 or 4. So this is how you write this number in 2 significant figures. The next thing we are going to learn is decimal places. Unlike significant figures, let's say I take a decimal number 0541. When we talk about significant figures, it has 1, 2, 3 significant figures, because when we start from left, the first natural number is a first significant figure. So this number has 3 significant figures. But when we talk about decimal places, you must consider all decimal digits. You see, after this point, decimal point, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 decimal digits. So this number is written in 4 decimal places, 4 DP. So you cannot omit this 0. This 0 is also considered a decimal digit. But again, 0.6, this number has only 1 decimal digit. How about this? 0.6000. As I mentioned earlier, the zeros at the end, right? When it comes to decimal number, the zeros at the end has no value. So this is equal to 0.6. So this number has only 1 decimal digit. This is written in 1 decimal place. Unless the 0 comes in between. If the number is 0.60001 or some other number, let's say 7. This number has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 decimal digits. You cannot omit the zeros because the zeros are in between. This is not equal to 0.6. So this is what the decimal digit is. So if we are given a number, we must know how to write the number in certain decimal places. That is what we are going to learn now. So we have few numbers here. We are going to write the numbers in the given decimal places. So let's look at the first number, 5.71. And we must write this number in 1 decimal place, but it has 2 decimal digits. So the 1 decimal place is 5.7. You can omit the rest of the digits. But again, as we learn in significant figures, if the number is 5 or more than 5, you need to add 1 here. You cannot put 5.7 if it is 5 or more than 5. You need to add 1, so it becomes 5.8. Now, here, 0.7614, you need to write this number in 1 decimal place. So 1 decimal place is the first decimal digit is 7, and we omit the rest of the numbers. So, but since the last number is more than 5, you need to add 1 here. So it is 0.8, not 0.7. And we omit the digits, rest of the digits. And some students, they ask me whether they can write zeros here. Because they omit 3 digits, they ask me whether they are allowed to write zeros here. But let me tell you this is not wrong. This is absolutely not wrong. Only thing, it looks a bit weird. If you write 3 zeros here, it has no values. So I would always suggest them not to put zeros here at the end. You don't need to write zeros. But again, it is not wrong. So you can either write 0.8000 or 0.8. 0.8 looks much better. Okay, come here then. Maybe I take another number like, okay, here 0.0614. You need to write the number in 1 decimal place. So the first decimal place is 0. It has 4 decimal places. You need to write this number in 1 decimal place. So 0.0. And we omit the rest of the numbers. Again, when we omit, the number is more than 5, so you need to add 1 here. So the answer is 0.1, not 0.0. Come back here, 3 decimal places, so which is 1, 2, 3, and you can omit 1. And it's less than 5, you can just forget it. Okay, here, you need to write this in 2 decimal places, 11.24. First decimal place, second decimal place, you can omit the 1. So you write the number in 2 decimal places. Here, you need to write this number in 1 decimal place, which is 11.1. Unless this number is 5 or more than 5, you add 1 here. So this is how we write the given numbers in certain decimal places. Again, let me give you a little bit of tricky question. Okay, here I have 21.956 and I must write the number in 2 decimal places. It has 3 decimal places. So I take only 2, so it becomes 21.95, and I omit the rest of the digits. Since it is more than 5, I need 1 here, add 1 here, so it is 21.96. Simple as that. But what if this number is 21.996? 21.996, and you need to write this number in 2 decimal places. So your answer will be 21.99, and we omit the rest of the digits. When you omit, since it is more than 5, you add 1 here. So when you add 1 here, this 9 becomes 0, and the remainder 1 goes here. So again, when you add this becomes 9 plus 1, 10, the remainder 1 goes here, and your answer will be 22. If you don't understand, I repeat again, 21.996, you must write this number in 2 decimal places, which is 21.99. So when you omit 6, since it is more than 5, you need to add 1 to the previous digit. When you add 1 here, when you add 1 to 99.99, when you add 1 to 99, it becomes 001, the whole number 1. So that means this becomes 0, the 1 comes here, 9 plus 1 again becomes 0, the 1 comes here, it becomes 22. You need to be very careful. You cannot write 21.99 or 21.9 or 21, which is wrong. 22 is the answer. Even though it has no decimal place, if you want, you can put 0.00. But it's the same. It's the same. I would rather write 22. And the answer is right. So when you round this figure to 2 decimal places, 22 is your answer. Okay, in summary, we learn about significant figures and decimal places. Significant figures, as I told you, whenever you are given a number, it can be a whole number or a decimal number. You need to start from left and look for the first natural numbers. Natural numbers are 1, 2, 3, etc. So you look for first natural number. Your first natural number is the first significant figure, and the rest of the digits. If 0 comes in between, it is considered a significant figure also. And so you must know how to write the given number in certain significant figures. And we learn about decimal places. When, unlike significant figures, decimal places, you must include all the decimal digits, no matter whether 0, whole number or natural number. You must add all the, you must add means you must consider all the decimal digits. And but only if a 0 comes at the end of a decimal number, you don't need to consider as a decimal digits. So we learn how to write a given number in certain decimal places.